Hello there everyone, today we are going to be playing Herald, a indie point and click where apparently my choices matter. This is I think book 1 and 2, and books 3 and 4 are meant to be coming out as DLC at a later date. Select a book, yes, book 1 and 2, 3 and 4 coming soon. Ire and Irreverence. Greatly inspired by events that took place during the 19th century. This story is set in an alternate version of our history. 19th century, so sailboats.
No sense of sound. No smell of air. Breathless. I drifted among faceless shapes, without a clear distinction of form. Blinded until someone or something made me soar. Higher and higher still I went. That is all I can remember.
Amnesia. Convenient.
I don't believe you. Now sit down.
Jesus Christ. Strict old lady.
I'm sorry, but you can't leave until you tell me. Where are you from? And what is it that you seek in the colonies?
Does India have colonies? Alternate world where India conquers Europe. Prisoner. Oh, a prisoner. Where are you from? I came from the west and I'm looking for my roots. I am just a lone traveller, I seek nothing. I was born here. I'm merely returning home. Should I be there? I'm just a lone traveller.
What does it matter? I go wherever my feet take me, and I seek nothing in particular.
I really like this art style for the faces.
Do you or do you not swear allegiance to the Lord Protector as a servant of his protectorate?
Don't we all silence? No, I'm nobody. Silence. No
You
one
don't
said.
have to speak. Your uniform already betrayed you. The bright blue fabric, the golden stitching. It tells me that you are part of the crew on one of their ships, probably a merchant vessel. The embroidery even says that you are the captain of that ship. Impressive.
Well,
But
thank
what
you.
happened to your ship, Captain?
I'm sorry, I'm getting really tired. I'd like to take some rest. We can talk later.
Are you trying to buy time? That's not going to work.
Why are you holding me
Why are
captive?
you keeping me here? locked up like some sort of animal.
I'll let you go when I decide I've heard enough. Now, is this journal yours?
Where did you get that? Who gave that to you?
It says Devon Rensburg inside. Is that you?
Yes, that's me.
All right. I'm Devon Rensburg. And yes, that is mine.
I already know it's yours.
Well, why'd you ask me?
I'll give it back to you once you've enlightened me on its contents. Now read it for me. And remember, I expect the truth. Again, where are you from? And what is it that you seek in the colonies?
I yearn to find my roots. I need an adventure and you thrill to keep me going. I just want to get away from adventure, thrill.
Fine. I'll give you the long version. It's not like I have any choice. I come from the West, born here in the colonies, but raised in the capital of the Protectorate's homeland. A dull and depressing city, full of stuck-up people with terrible customs. Nothing thrilling ever happened there, so I decided to leave that place in search of adventure. I had heard about someone in the harbour recruiting men for a merchant ship sailing to the east. It was a standard trading mission along the Indigo route. I had never worked on a ship before, but enlisting in the merchant navy was the only way for me to acquire passage across the sea. So that's what I did. The recruiter, Aaron Ludlow was his name, took me in a rowing boat out of the harbour. And there she was, his lordship's vessel, Herald.
And fade to white. So the Protectorate, some sort of all-powerful nation who's conquered most of the world. That's all the feel I get.
By God, Ludlow, have you read this?
By God. So I just can't get over this. The art style is just really amazing, this game.
No, sir, I haven't.
Your people seem to be causing a lot of unrest in the colonies lately.
My people, sir?
Well, you know.
Of course, just, casual.
I don't know, sir.
The indigo farmers, they claim the trade does not benefit them enough. They accuse the Lord Protector of abuse of power and demand fairer wages. The local regent has yet to respond, but I fear he will cave into the pressure.
Is that why we have the politician on board?
Yes. Senator Morton is the regent's brother-in-law, and he's going to help him with the complex politics of this affair. He's also accompanying the regent's daughter safely back to the colonies. Remember to treat both of them with respect.
Sir.
Is there anything else you brought from shore?
Well, apart from the new recruit, a letter, sir, addressed to Senator Morton.
Well, what are you waiting for? Give it to me.
But, sir, it's not your...
My ship, my rules, Ludlow. You know this. Besides, I don't think Mr. Morton has anything to hide from me. He better not.
May I remind you he is a Protectorate official, sir.
And so am I. You there. What do you think, boy? Should I open the letter or not?
Will you go along with what the captain wants us to do? seems sucking up way to do it. I expect the captain to address me, don't want that one. I want the captain not to open the letter. Probably best not to open a senator's letter, I'm thinking. Yeah, we give our captain good advice.
Don't open it, sir. It's none of your business, and the Protectorate won't like it.
Really now? But what if it's important? What if it's something I need to know in order to keep the peace among the crew and passengers? I am the captain after all, and I have the responsibility to know everything. You should remember that, Mr.
Devon Rensburg, sir. Pleased to meet you, Captain.
Captain Cornelius Hendricks. Nice to have you aboard the Herald. Rensburg, I assume you understand that there are rules here. Officer Ludlow will give you the lowdown on them during your tour of the ship.
Sir, I have other...
But first, Ludlow, I'd like you to find Senator Morton and send him here. I need to talk to him about this letter of his. Be quick about it. I'll send Rensburg after you in a moment.
Yes, sir. Be sure to see me on deck, Devon.
So then, Rensburg, I take it you must be returning home to your family?
Shall we? I said yes, and I didn't know my real family. I told the captain I was done with my Protectorate family. That's probably not best for... Go this one.
I'm a Protectorate citizen. My home is in the capital.
Yeah, you racist fart.
But it's time that I see my country of birth, and hopefully find out who the people were that gave me up for adoption. I know my father is a Protectorian, and my mother is originally from the colonies. It won't be easy to find them. That's why I'm writing everything that might help me with my search down in my journal.
Yes. Yes, I see. Well, you should look at my globe then, Rensburg. As you see, the colonies are very big. You should write it in your journal. Well, off you go to your tour of the ship. Have a nice evening.
I was told to meet Officer Ludlow on deck.
There was a globe in the room. The ornate rooster on top stretched his wings out over the world, as if protecting it.
Switch between them using the tabs on the right side. Devon just adds something to the encyclopedia section. Nope. Let's see what else is on here. Map of the Herald. Antiques, the captain's globe. Cover Europe, Australia, and the lion's share of Asia, North America, and parts of the African coast. This is if you believe the maps. If a colony adapts to the protectorate laws and customs, it can eventually aspire to the status of province, granting it a measure of independence and a say in global affairs. Yeah, and I bet it almost never happens. Convenient. I'll close this.
The captain's newspaper lay open on his desk. Colony unrest, it said. The rest was too difficult to read from a distance. The paper stand on the captain's desk was filled with letters stamped with a Protectorate seal. Cornelius Hendricks seemed to be an important man.
Anything else for me to click on? That? Yes.
Looking at the display cabinet, I wondered what his collection of exotic and antique weapons said about the captain's character.
That's a pool cue. That is definitely a pool cue. I'm sorry, that's not a weapon. The captain just happens to be a barman. Play a bit of pool in the pub.
The captain's cabin was one of the few places on the ship with a heater. The crew didn't have such luxuries at all.
How do I get out? Use stairs.
Oh, well, I would assume he's reading your letter right now, Mr. Morton.
I sincerely hope you're joking.
No, on the contrary, sir. At sea, the captain makes his own rules. As far as I can tell, our captain is king on the Herald, sir. The crew his loyal subjects.
Officer, there are several reasons why the people got rid of the king back in the day. This is precisely the sort of thing that led us to abolish the monarchy. I'm going to have a word with Captain Hendricks now. Please carry on.
I already don't like him. In the future, we take the captain's side over the senator
but
every
two
time.
large ornate compasses stood on the poop deck near the ship's wheel. Protectorate design seems to favor perfect symmetry.
Captain may seem a bit gruff sometimes, but he's a good man, cares about his crew. I've sailed on the Captain Hendricks for a few years now. 3, I think. Or was it 4? Don't worry too much whether you made a good first impression. Hendricks will judge you by your work. Okay. Ah, my good friend.
That, Devon, was Senator Lewis Morton. Did you see the look on his face when I told him the captain opened his letter? Pure agony.
Aaron has a sense of humour.
It would be fun if we could see what's happening inside the captain's quarters right now.
It would be, wouldn't it? People have a hard time adjusting to life outside the capital. On the open sea, the rules tend to change, but customs don't change with them. Mr. Morton is a prime example of that, and you will probably experience the same. The trick, though, is to accept change. It's something that people like Morton will never understand, but you might.
If there's anything I want, then it's change. To finally be able to do things differently for a while. I'm done with the old rules.
There's a reason I picked you from the lot. I rarely choose anybody who is unfit for a life at sea.
Yes, rarely.
Now for your tour. Welcome aboard His Lordship's vessel, Herald. A Cromwellian class Protectorate clipper launched in 1851.
When was the English Civil War? Was Cromwell around in 1851? Sounds about right.
As one of the fastest sailing ships in the mercantile fleet, she can reach a top speed of 18 knots.
Wow.
During her short life, she has already set multiple records sailing to the colonies and back along the famous Indigo route.
Oh yes, I want to know how fast 18
Really?
knots is.
How fast is 18 knots exactly?
A knot is the equivalent of 1 nautical mile per hour. Since a nautical mile is a little over a regular mile, it means the Herald can sail at approximately 21 miles per hour. And before you start, we still use imperial measurement at sea. Metric has yet to catch on in the Navy. Proof that even sailors have a hard time adjusting to certain changes. Now let's move on to the deckhouse.
Ah, for Foss. Will you miss it? The capital, I mean. It's going to be a long time before we'll see those blue roofs again. This all seems very British.
Looking through the grate, I could see the gun deck below.
The Cromwellian-class ship type is named after one of the Protectorate's founding fathers, Oliver Cromwell.
Ah, I was right. Knew my
These
history.
ships are merchant clippers, built with trade in mind. Making money is their sole purpose. The Herald is an indigo clipper, which means she mainly takes shipments of indigo powder to the Protectorate homeland. With this powder, we make the paint that coats the hulls of our ships, and the dye that gives the fabric of our clothes its bright blue hue.
I don't really get it. Why is blue paint so important?
You've lived in the capital, Devon. Never noticed the rooftops of its buildings or the clothes? Everything has been colored blue there. The color blue touches on much that the Protectorate holds dear. And indigo is made from a plant that produces the only known blue dye that withstands heavy wear. Until anybody finds a cheaper substitute, the indigo trade remains an invaluable part of our economy.
Everyone wears blue. I can live with that. I like blue. I was impressed by the story. I was bored. I didn't understand why indigo was so important. I was impressed. By God,
I never
man.
really thought about
You're
blue dye
amazing.
in that way. Sounds like a huge undertaking.
It is, but that's not without reason. After all, the Protectorate is built upon free market principles that foster progress through supply and demand. Its people get paid an equal share for the work they do, and with this money they are free to do with as they wish. I am not fond of life on shore, but even I can see that the system works. For most people at least. Now, onto the bow of the ship.
Guangzhou. Matthew Perrault and Daniel Barros. I'm trying. Just a minute, my hands are greasy. What are you doing up there, O'Byrne? Look, they're having... Wait, is that the chef? Dining saloon, first class only. Sylvan Pelt, Robert Stockson. That's the only way of looking at it.
All day long you could hear the chickens cackle. Though the meat was reserved for friends of the captain, their eggs were a special treat for the crew at weekends. There was one particular corner on the main deck where the captain couldn't see you from the poop or front deck. Littered with boxes, barrels and sacks, it provided cover for those in a bit of a lazy mood.
We are standing on the weather deck right now, where you will work every day ensuring the safe passage to the colonies. You will be tasked with tying the knots, reefing the sails, and swabbing the decks. There will be no talking to first-class passengers, no idling around the ship at night, no begging, no fighting, no stealing, and most of all, don't get caught trespassing.
Who wants to bet we get caught trespassing?
Now that sounds like a lot for you to worry about, right?
It won't be a problem.
I'll manage.
That's easy.
That's what I thought. Don't worry, it'll get tedious soon enough. Keep in mind that the dining saloon in the deckhouse is only for first-class passengers and officers during this trip. This was a special request by Senator Morton, so please steer clear from the saloon if you want to keep out of trouble. Anyone without a blue coat should just use the service stairs through this door here. Now, is there anything in particular you would like to know?
How do I get a blue coat? Yes! Oh, Aaron, how do I get a blue coat? I was learning why the deck house was off limits. I wonder what would happen if I broke a rule. Blue
What
coat.
if I wanted a blue coat? Where do I get one?
You'll have to earn one. The captain is an honest man. He'll reward hard work. but don't expect him to promote you anytime soon. It took me years before I earned mine. Now just go through this door, past the officers' cabins, and you'll find the service stairs on your right-hand side. Down those stairs you'll find the crew's quarters and your bed. That concludes the tour, Devon. I hope you enjoyed it. I will have to stay out here. I'm on watch tonight. The boatswain will wake you up tomorrow morning to prepare you for the day. Good night.
Okay then, let's go to bed.
But I don't want to. And take this thing back.
But Ian, it's a gift.
I don't need it. I don't need any of this. I
Get out.
I didn't mean to.
Get out.
I wondered if everything was all right inside.
No, it's not getting involved in that. It's the game. Let's go talk to the little boy.
I know you are out there, and even though Mother taught me to address you properly, I know your language is different from ours. Please, hear my prayer. Listen to my heart.
Let's talk to Ian. Oh, god damn it. I wanted to talk to him and find out what was going on.
The playing cards, strewn everywhere, seemed to indicate that the sailors liked to play games. I preferred to write in my journal, rather than occupying myself with such silly things. The apples reminded me of home. Looking out of the window of my small room, I used to dream about this journey while staring at the fruit trees in the garden. Boxes, big and small, were everywhere on the Herald. I wondered what was inside the one on the table, but I didn't dare to open it.
Go back. So, that's my bed.
All crew carried luggage, some of them more than others, but nobody carried as much junk as Hjalmar Olsen. Why? I had no idea.
Okay, I guess we'll go to bed.
It was getting late. I had to go to bed.
Well, it's getting on a bit now. I think I'll call it stop there. Beautiful game, it looks amazing. Not much has happened yet though. Hopefully it's get a bit more exciting in the next part. Actually see some things. I like the world. I'm curious to see how it goes though. So yeah, let's see you next time. If you liked seeing a load of text, click that like button, and if you want to hear me talk about random stuff some more, hit subscribe.